that in Bend?
Yeah, but fortunately, the big meeting doesn't start till 9:30, so that gives us time to work with the hotel around problem solving.
Oh, good,
So,
good.
deep breath. We'll very
Yes,
calmly move forward.
perfect.
Good morning, beautiful executive folks. And Mateo. Jen, I think it's very important that you make an announcement. Is she there? So this is Jen Frega, who literally opened this meeting up for us from her hospital bed.
Oh my gosh.
She has a beautiful baby boy.
Wow. Thank you, Jen, and congratulations. That is dedication.
I told her it was a little above and beyond the role of
Almost 11 pounds. Wow.
And
That's
I have,
incredible.
it's very cool because I'm sitting right next to me is Justin. So,
everybody.
Hello.
Oh my word. All right, Jen, as soon as we have quorum, let's take this nonsense vote that won't matter anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was figured out quorum is 6 people for the executive right now. So we have
1, 2, 3,
Dawn, Charlotte,
6,
Angela,
7.
Liz, John, 7, you're right. John, Gordon.
8. We're good.
We're good. All right. So I will pass this to Charlotte in just a moment, but just a reminder to everyone that this is basically a follow-up from our last meeting in case we had some more nominations for the exec and needed to forward those. But at this point, we don't have more than 1 nomination per position. So the 2 things that we need to vote on this morning are 1, to approve the slate of folks who are being nominated, which we can go over. And the second is essentially to approve our committee setup with the addition of the equity advisory as a committee. And so with that, I will pass it over to Charlotte.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Do you perhaps have that information that's available on the screen? I was desperately looking for parking, so I'm pulled over right now to do this meeting because parking is scarce. But good morning.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you being here. We have 1 nomination for vice chair, which is Dawn Erickson. If I'm remembering your name, your last name, Dawn, off the top of my head.
That's good. That's correct.
Okay.
Jill or Jen, if you can pop to the next slide on here.
Thank you. For lived experience, Ceesh Green Mitchell. Hopefully I said that correctly. Young adult is Aaron Townsend, and at large is Craig Leeds. And so I'm wondering if we have a nomination to move forward with our current nominees for the executive positions.
Clay, so moved.
Okay, so we have a motion from Clay. Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Oh,
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
And Charlotte, I just want to, it's Sisha. Just want to call it Sisha.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sisha. Are there any anything that anyone wanted to discuss or open up for conversation?
I just wanted to comment on the fact that I think Sisha is here in the room. Is that true? He was here for a minute. No. Okay.
Okay.
Anyhow, I just want to say that this whole slate of folks have been really deeply involved with the Alliance. So I'm thrilled to have them join the executive.
And incredibly patient.
Yes.
Incredibly patient.
Thank you so much for that. I agree. It's been a lengthy process, but will be well worth it, I think, to have such amazing souls join this work.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
if
then we
there's
can
no
go back, Jen, we can go back to the slide of the committees.
if there's no further discussion around the nominees, if we can go ahead and vote. If you're able to put in the chat, you can put yay or nay. If not, you can come off mute and we will record that as well. Okay. Well, congratulations. So happy to have each and every one of you join us. It looks like we are moving that motion forward. All right, so the next proposal that we had was related to subcommittees. You may recall with our last meeting that we worked through conversation around some of the committees and what their active work was, and if it looked like that was something that we would continue in the alliance. And our prior discussion was an agreement that all of the current committees, which are shown on the screen here, would continue, along with the one that you see up on the screen is equity. There was a vote to, I believe at that meeting as well already, to put the equity group into an official committee. And under the equity group, the LGBTQ plus group will also be housed to continue their amazing work. And can you remind me, Annette, if there was another area that
No,
was...
just, I think just for reference, though, I want folks to know that OHA is continuing to support the BIPOC and white accountability and learning community as affinity groups that will be functioning through the Association of Oregon Community Mental Health Programs, and possibly an LGBTQ affinity group. I'm not sure there's going to be a need for both of those things. We'll have to work that through, but for sure the BIPOC and WOC are going to continue forward.
Perfect, thank you. That's a great reminder, very important work that we're so happy to see move forward, and are also very grateful for the continued support in order to accomplish that. So what you see up on the screen in front of you is our proposed kind of finalized conversation, so to say, around subcommittees. Of course, it's going to be open for more conversation, and if any of you have something you'd like to talk about. So just gonna let you take a look at the screen, and then if anyone has a desire to propose a motion to move forward with our current proposed subcommittees, please feel free to do so.
I would move to move forward with our current subcommittees.
Thank you so much. Do we have a second motion?
I second it.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have questions, conversation that you'd like to have around this before we move forward with a vote?
Hey Charlotte, it's Liz. I just wasn't here for the transition of care conversation, which I'm in support of, that we are sticking with the subcommittee. We may change cadence a little bit to do maybe quarterly meetings while we get our heads around what we're actually doing, and just but I want to have a conversation with that group before we make any decisions about any of it, and appreciate that we continue to be on this list.
Yeah, absolutely. Really appreciate you bringing your voice to the space. There was quite a bit of conversation around it, including the fact that OHA, I think all the hard work you have been doing is really showing with that communication with OHA and their ability to support some additional moving pieces with 3090, including Gally, who has been doing some work around that. So I think more to come with those conversations. And we as well are very grateful to see that everyone was in agreement for that work to continue moving forward.
Liz, I'm happy to connect with you and Annette and Jen in a little while. Just an update, Megan Crane, Julie Majors, Danielle Meyer from the Hospital Association met last week to talk about 3090 and the associated kind of suite of bills around discharge from emergency rooms for individuals that are experiencing a suicidal crisis. And OHA is doing an amazing job. Jill's part of that, as far as just like the team is advocating for 3090 to be kind of brought more into the spotlight. And I know Danielle Meyer from the Hospital Association is very interested in figuring out a way that we can better support our hospitals and making sure that those evidence-based interventions are actually something that are occurring. So I feel really strongly about that work living in transitions of care. And I think that this is a really good opportunity to use the new leadership that OHA has and the momentum that Jill and Megan and others at OHA for the SPIP team have continued to show a light on this really important thing and not let it go. And I'm thinking about Jerry Gabay and what he would have wanted, and like we're not gonna let this go until there's some type of resolve. So just appreciate us continuing to hold space for that. And Liz, sorry that you were not a part of that conversation when we talked about transitions of care, since it's your committee.
It's all good. I appreciate it, Kelly.
Thank you so much for the conversation. Does anyone else have anything they want to add before we move to vote? Okay. So if you want to place your vote in the chat, looks like everyone was able to do that. Okay, we have 9 votes confirming that we will move forward with the current plan that was proposed for our subcommittees. Yay! So much accomplished in this quick 13 minutes already. Look at that. We really appreciate you all being willing to show up extra early this morning in order to help us prepare for today's quarterly meeting. Annette, did you have anything else that you wanted to share?
No, I don't think so. I'm excited about today's meeting. I don't know if we're going to move through things very quickly. It's possible that it could be a shorter meeting, or there could be a lot of very vibrant discussion. We shall see. But I just appreciate the work that everyone's done up to this point, and I'm feeling optimistic.
Yes. The hope boat.
Yes, the hope vote.
All right. Well, we will see all of you who are able to join us at 9:30 for the executive meeting. Thank you so much for being willing to give us some extra time this morning. Hope you all have a great day.
Congrats, Jen.